Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mindstar Pro League Finals, and it's time for match number one. And we are starting off with the angle. And here we go. The flight path is here, initiating from the northern regions of Primos, finishing off towards Stalbert. That's a great flight path. I mean, heading towards Osno military base will be a question for sure. And even heading towards the eastern regions, especially Lipovka and Miltapa, that will be questionable. But rest of the drop locations can be easily accessed by teams. Even you can take charge of the northern regions of Erangel map. Heading towards 70 will be quite easy. And this is the first match of the finals, so obviously teams will play cautiously, won't play that much, won't take that much risk. And the first circle has initiated too, favoring the eastern regions of Erangel map. Mansion deep inside the circle and prison deep inside the circle. So maybe teams right now present in the western edge will try to go for that early rotation so that they get a good spot inside the circuit. But for now, Team GE, they'll be heading towards Pachinki, and they have no company here, so it will be an easy loot for them. And after that, they'll be rotating towards the circle 2. Yeah, that's it. Now we have good quality of graphics too, ladies and gentlemen. All the people watching, it's a humble request to hit that like button and that subscribe button. Yukimiri on esports, well, yesterday they had a great game. They had some great games. But yeah, it's a fresh start now for Yukimiri on esports. So let's see what they are up to. But Team All Stars, as always, losing Jameson right in the initial stages. Team All Stars making so many changes in the lineup. They made one more, adding Jameson in their team. Hasn't been profitable till now because they'll be losing him right in the initial stages. And Mystic Esports, they're taking on Team 16. That is going to be Team Row. Row Esports. Xiaomi gets knocked out. Lazar, where is he? He's way behind. Flight shows up, and Flight gets knocked out by a Learboy, so that was not difficult for Mystic Esports to get those 3 eliminations for them. And Lazar has to keep running. And where is he going to head? Because if he head towards the containers, Team Last X Village, they are present there, and it's a 1v4 fight. AS Young on the other end will be flushed out. So Team All Stars, this will be the second casualty, and they're taking no precautions. They are losing players again and again, one after the other. And they lost both of their players to EXFL. Revet getting that second elimination. And Team All Stars, they are not done with this. They're heading towards Team EXFL. Maybe they want revenge there. They want to catch players in open, off guard. And Swag just has a dual MP7, and Rivet spots him. He has the M416, but look at the HP of Rivet there. And Rivet surely is going to get flushed out here. I don't think that Rivet will survive. EXFL, they'll be facing their first casualty. Ingson, he's pretty much low, so he won't dare to step up against Team All Stars. But yeah, Rivet, who took down 2 players of Team All Stars, he has been flushed out. The revenge has been seeked. But I don't understand why so much risk was taken there by Team All Stars. Why weren't they playing cautiously? Team FR, they are in Yasna Poliana. Well, a huge split maintained by FR, not in Yasna Poliana, but Prison and Lipovka regions they are looting right now, which is almost the center of the circle. So yeah, it's a good area to loot, because eventually the circle will keep on favoring you. Cruz, IQ's heading towards Lipovka. Well, that's a big deal, because he's lucky for now that no team showed up at Lipovka. But ALP Esports, they are being challenged by Shingle Monsters, and Shingle Monsters getting those 2 eliminations quickly. And SLM22, they're about to eliminate ALP Esports. Mateo, Victoria is the dual surviving. Victoria, she's running back. Mateo, he's running back too. So both of them will try to escape from this fight. And for now, ALP Esports is backing off. Yasna Poliana, this is something we see very much rarely. Because ALP Esports, this team at Yasna Poliana is undefeatable. But right now they face 2 casualties, so that's a natural response which will be which should be seen by any team after facing 2 casualties. But Mateo is not backing off. We saw players coming in open areas. Mateo dealt that spray, but he has no vest as well. So even Mateo, he has to be careful that he cannot take much risk. And the sad part of the story is LAP Sports won't be able to find a vehicle to head towards the safe areas. Usually, there is a vehicle in that garage, but not right now. But yeah, Victorious. She secured a vehicle before, so I thought that there is no vehicle inside that garage, but there was, and Victoria saved it. And now LAP Sports, they're heading towards the safe areas. EXFO, continuously they're losing players. Now they'll be facing another casualty. Ingson is already low, and I'm surprised that he hasn't found any healings for himself. And he's surrounded by Team G63. He is quietly sitting inside that shack. G63 doesn't know that he is right now inside that shack. Sipe knocks down Soda. EXFO Esports. They're completely submissive. Cancer takes down Ingson. Wow, Ingson wasn't able to knock down a single player there. That was definitely a surprise given by Ingson to Cancer. But Ingson couldn't do much. So now 2 eliminations will be secured by G63. And they gotta now move in and take the final player down too. Sight will be taken down by Soda. And that's the end. G63 eliminating EXFL right in the initial stages. EXFL getting eliminated on 18th position. But we have 2 EXFL in this lobby, ladies and gentlemen. And that was Team EXF and not EXFL. I'm really sorry to confuse you all. That was Team EFX who got eliminated. Both these teams are different. And EFX, that is Team Exiled Fighters. They got eliminated on 18th position. EXFL is still in this game. And yeah, at a point I was surprised too how EXFL is playing so much casually and they are losing players after players. But EXFL is playing pretty much cautiously right now. They haven't lost any player. And they're pretty much playing strategically. But Shingle Monsters, again, they are into fight, I guess. There were some openings created, or there are 2 SLM in this lobby. I will have to find it out. Now Sovereign, far away from action, far away from chaos, holding the eastern regions of the circle. FR losing Revisiano. Kinde is a bear. The 2 are surviving. That is SLM T1. So yeah, we have 2 SLMs in the lobby. One is Shingle Monsters and the other team is Shingle Monsters T2. 2 eliminations coming in for SLM. FR Esports with a miserable start, but you never know. FR has tons and tons of experience. They might step up and make a comeback. And Psycho gets knocked out. Zabir was unseen there by Psycho, and Psycho will pay for overcommitting so much. And SLM now down to 3. And the question is, are they going to back off or are they going to continue this fight? I believe SLM would like to continue this fight because they're present inside the circle. They have all those infinity stones to initiate a fight. They've already given 2 casualties to FR. And since they have Nimbus advantage in this fight, it would be stupid if they, oh my goodness, Kindi was sitting in that corner and gets Jovan. So now it's a 2v2. Shingle Monsters, they fell on their face. Underestimating FR was the worst decision. And now it's a 2v2. And this is what I was talking about. It would be stupid if SLM would have head towards the circle. But SLM stayed. SLM is fighting FR. Kindi knocks down Romeo and Jalad is the last man standing. So yeah, even after making it 2v2. Oh god, SLM is fading fast. FR makes it 2v2. Now they make it 2v1. Jalad, where is he gonna run? And maybe now SLM Esports should have headed towards the circle. Coming back to Pubg and fighting Team FR. That's not a good decision. Jalad, he's trying to swim against the tide. He's trying to turn the tables. Knocks down Tabir now. He has to win this final 1v1 against Kindi. And it's still manageable because it's a 1v1 fight. And Jalad immediately switches on to the grenade. Kindi, not in a hurry. Kindi maintaining the pace, showing patience. Can Zabir be flushed out? Jalad shows up. Kindi connects that S12K right through the smoke. Zabir won't be flushed out there, so FR lives. And SLM gets eliminated on 16th position. That's a sad start coming in for Shingle Monsters. And they definitely didn't expect this. And as I said, FR has tons and tons of experience. They might step up and challenge Shingle Monsters. Circle, by the way, moves for a southeastern shift. And Team DT, they're right at the center of the circle. Noah finishing Mystic Esports' 6 AOZ. And Jungly is knocked out. Leo Boy immediately gets into that cave. But Sadek, he has been sent back to the lobby. So DT losing a player. But Power shows up. Oh, the third party coming in. Leo gets knocked out. He was so much unlucky there. Power stealing the frag, finishing Leo Boy. Jungly gives up. And the last player now is Sorgat, who's inside that cave. And maybe DT won't take that much amount of risk of getting into that cave and then fighting Sorgat. Because it has happened most of the times that players hiding inside the cave end up clutching 1v3 or 1v4. So DT Esports wouldn't want that humiliation happening for them. So they're just staying out because they can make this area playable for them. Not a doubt. Team 20, that is Team Last Village. Maybe they created that opening there, but that frag got stolen. Noah gets knocked out. And is that Slamming coming in now? That's the question. Because I saw the players of Team EXFL moving. But they're moving away. They're not going for the Slamming. They already have a good position. They don't want to take that much amount of risk for now. And a lot is on the stake right now, ladies and gentlemen. So teams are playing in a disciplined way. I know most of the times we see teams doing experiments, but that's not happening today. All the teams, they're playing very much cautiously. And now it's time for third circle. Third circle is about to initiate. It goes for a sudden shift. Team GT. Now they're on the edge of the circle. Dream Team on the edge. Very much close to Mystic Esports. EXFL has a stunning position inside the circle. And they're going to make most out of this situation. Most out of this place. FR, down 2-1. Zabir is out. Zabir is the last one standing. Kindi is out. NXT will be challenging them. Last Villages, Akim gets knocked out. Peter with that long range knock. Zabir is just waiting for the players of Team NXT just to step out and open so that Zabir gets a advantage. But Zabir, is he gonna be taken down by Alish of Mouse Rain? Yes! Alish with a stunning tracing there. The brilliant tracing and Mouse Rain. Was this their first elimination coming out of this game? Yup. Mouse Rain off the mark. NXT Esports, they definitely heard the gunshots. So, NXT Esports, are they gonna try their luck? On Mouse Oren, Ruthless stops, tries to chase the vehicles of Team NXT, but ends up losing his own. So, oh my god, he gets knocked out there. There was a huge range, and immediately Ruthless is out of this game. So, Mouse Oren, the retaliation was even more better, even more sweeter over them of Team NXT. Eilish panicking so much that Buggy interfering in between. The tires have already been punctured. Where is Mouse Oren gonna head to? Headed towards the eastern regions. Yukimiri on Esports holding the center of the circle, and right at the center they might meet Team G63. And this is gonna be a hell of a battle. Both these teams have so much experience, and Yukimiri on Esports has a great gun part too. G63 as well. Uh-oh. White team gets eliminated. Mimi puts in the final nail in the coffin. White team gets eliminated on 14th position. Just now 13 teams and 39 players are alive. Just one player got knocked out. SLMT2, they'll make it manageable for them. No need to worry. Is NXT trying to go for a slamming? Or they're just waiting in the outer skirts? Yep, they're just waiting in the outer skirts. Shogut's still inside that cave. Team DD hasn't left that position till now. Socket Dada knocking down one of the players of Team TT. Power Baby that was. Immediately sneaks inside. Wow, that was quick. Elazo will be taken down. And FR, they are eliminated, I guess, from this game. Elazo. The Raw Esports has been eliminated. Elazo represents Team Raw Esports. FR has been eliminated too. He got taken down by Team Mao Sovereign. The last player of Team FR got taken down by Mao Sovereign. So Socket now has to start moving towards the circuit because this is stage 4. Comparatively, the number of teams and players alive right now is less. Yakamiri Esports still at the center. Even G63, they have their command over the circle too. So both these teams are in a dominant position and not submissive. So you never know. Two big teams right at the center. And circle is the real kingmaker. And right now the setup Yakamiri Esports has, they've maintained good splits. Dual splits they've maintained, and all their eyes right now are on Team G63 Esports. And G63 even, they are focusing on clearing their back. They are focusing to stop the teams to go for that slamming on them. And they've been down NXT Esports. They're keeping an eye on them. NXT Esports, they need to watch Mao Sovereign pretty much closely because this is the kind of team who gets close and then gives you huge amount of casualties. That's what NXT Esports cannot afford right now. Shingo Monsters T2, they're performing well. Gets another one for them. And now they have 7 elims. 7 elims by Shingo Monsters T2. On their way to the circle. And if they maintain this pace and this pathway, they might end up fighting Team G63. But what is Cancer waiting for? Why is he not going for that burst? Milk is right on his target. But Cancer is not interested. But he knows even if he knocks down that player, he won't get that confirmation. Uh-oh, Cancer ends up being stabbed in his back, and 11! He won't show any trigger discipline there. Cancer showed trigger discipline. Milk was on his target. And Cancer didn't fire there. He must be thinking if he would have fired, then probably he wouldn't have been finished out yet. If he had fired, then probably he wouldn't have been finished here. Maybe he would have done something else. Yeah, he must be so much angry and furious right now because what has happened to him. Yakamiri Esports eliminating a team, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. 2 elims coming in immediately. Did they eliminate a team or just 2 players? Whatever it is. Circle moves for a sudden shift. And right at the southern regions, it's going to be Team Unwanted Company. They have a really good hold of the circle. And they must be praying right now that this squad house stays inside the circle as long as it can. Nobody likes moving. Nobody likes rotating. That's the most sickest part of the game. No team likes rotating because you are at a lot of risk when you start rotating. And that's the most difficult thing to master, rotation. Alright, Dream Team, they're eliminated from this game. They're eliminated on 10th position. Shingo Monsters, they're going after each and every team present in this map. They're trying to clear out the edges. Because only both teams hold the center is what they believe. Milk will be taken down. 6th elim coming in for Team J63. Soda with 5 elims. Circle for now ditches G63. So they gotta move a bit. Not much. Slight rotation is needed there. But very smartly, Yakamiri Esports. Maybe they'll be gatekeeping the circle of G63. They're peeking inside the circle. They'll be getting a wonderful view from here. Because they have the height advantage. But yeah, back needs to be cleared. Because Shingle Monsters, they're on hunt. And they've gone crazy. They've gone nuts. Look at the amount of eliminations they've secured till now. 9 elims. And this is a huge number. What a way to start off the grand finals. 9 elims already in the pocket. More they will get. And they're trying to get more. They're not holding right now. They're trying to find opponents. They're trying to find a loophole. Against Yakamiri, it will be a huge fight. Uh-oh. Pair. He's out of this game. 11 flushes him out immediately. So now all eyes on Mimi and Sai. What are they up to? Sai rotates and straight away heads to his G63 esports. Uh-oh! Sai gets a surprise. G63. Oh my goodness. Sai gets backstabbed by Paparazzi of Unique Esports. Yukimiri on Esports, I'm sorry. And G63, you need to secure your bag. This is what Shingle Monsters have been doing till now. And Me has to get out of here. And Me felt the presence of FO68 heading towards him. Or her. She'll keep on popping in those first days, but time is running out of hands. And now, she has to move. EX for Tofflov is the last player standing. Babarazzi won't fail. That's 11. And he's everywhere. 11 FL68. These two players getting eliminations for Yukimiri on Esports. Now Yukimiri on Esports has to get the circle too. That's pretty much easy for them. Shingle Monsters, they're eliminated on 7th position. Me, she's out. G63. Will be straight up challenging Yukimiri on Esports. Fight coming up from the northern edge. Soda will be seen by the teams present inside the circle. Victoria will be taken down. So Unwanted Company adding more eliminations to their list. AG's has a low ground disadvantage. He has to move. Unwanted Company will see him moving. Multiple players dealing those sprays right at the same time. And it's just about time. If Yukimiri on Esports spots him moving, that will be game over for AG's. The Wahiko gives up. AG's makes it to the safe area. But Yukimiri on Esports, Batman gets knocked out. Soda challenging Yukimiri on Esports. Farshid gets spotted too. And he'll be taken down by FL68. And Yukimiri on Esports makes it manageable for them again. 60 aliens coming in. Makes it to the top 3. Unwanted Company versus Yukimiri on versus NXT. AG's for now is the solo player surviving. So he doesn't want to be overwhelmed between these two teams. He doesn't want to be center of attraction. So all he got to do is just survive there and let these two teams fight. And he'll get an opportunity for sure to fight. But this is not the one he's looking for. 4v3v1 fight it is. Yukimiri on Esports, can they finish this game on a positive note? Mushkil, he has that MG3 as well, and that weapon is going to create a huge amount of difference in this fight. AGs will be taken down, and NXT Esports, they have to compromise with Aztec too. So Mushkil, with this MG3, let's see how much value can he bring for his team. Unwanted Esports will be getting a place inside the circle as well, but it's so much open. And the problem right now is they have a low ground disadvantage. Yukimiri on Esports, if they have utilities, they will connect it really very well with this height advantage. Paparazzi spots Guido. Won't hesitate to deal that spray. Makes stunning connections too. Guido had huge pressure on him there, but he'll survive that. He'll make it manageable. Mushkalino now moving in. Oh my god, 11 is everywhere. Tracing again. Brilliant that was. 10 on 10 points for the tracing. Each of a connection made. Practice gets knocked out. Mushkalino, Guido, dual surviving. Guido makes an attempt again. Guido won't be able to bring in any opening. And now he's just surviving in bare HPs. Mushkalino, will he be able to take down Paparazzi? Mushkalino is tremendously low. He'll be able to knock down Paparazzi there, but he'll be stabbed in his back. And that's the end. Yukimiri on Esports will win this game with 10 elims. What a play. And I said it before. Place Yukimiri on Esports is holding right now. They just have to keep the numbers advantage factor and they'll end up winning this game. And they did it. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if yes, make sure to hit that like and that subscribe button. We'll be taking a short break and we'll be right back with match number 2. It's going to be Miramar. A map of discipline. Don't miss it because it's going to be entertaining. Hit that like button as hard as you can. I'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to do some serious talks as we are heading towards the map of Miramar, and here we go! The flight path is here, initiated the way flight path. But the flight path is initiating from the northern regions of Impala and finishing off towards the western regions of Minas del Sur. Sorry I started Hindi, because I'm a Hindi caster, and I forgot that I'm now casting in a European lobby. So, pardon. Please. Don't mind. Well, the flight path is initiated from the northeastern regions of Impala, finishing off towards the western regions of Minas del Sur, favoring the southern regions of Miramar map, heading towards the northern regions, heading towards La Cobreria, Torre Humda, and Campo Militar. It's way more difficult, but I guess Team All Stars, they're trying to access El Azhar, and that's a good investment because no team is heading towards El Azhar, and at least in this game, maybe All Stars won't face a casualty in the initial stages and they'll start off well. Yukimiri on esports, they have the threat of getting eliminated in the initial stages, so they gotta watch their backs. First circle has been initiated, Chimasero right at the center. And, yeah. Chimasera is right in the center of the circle. Alep esports is that? Or that's SLM? But Team 17, that is Row esports, they're heading to his graveyard, and it's a drop clash against Team SLM. And this is SLM T1. So let's see, will they be able to win this fight or not? That's Mao Soren, ladies and gentlemen, not Row esports. Mao Soren versus SLM happening right in the initial stages. Both the teams maintaining their distance, which is good. Ruthless will keep on gliding. SLM esports will be, I guess, continuing their glide, and they're disengaging from this fight. And they have their own compound where they'll find a vehicle as well. So maybe they'll head towards San Martin. That would happen. If you head towards Picado, 3 teams visited Picado. One of them is Team LX, which is playing with 3 players, so they have a disadvantage. The only team which is playing with 3 players is Team LX. GE, so much low he is, and he needs to heal himself. Uh-oh, he gets knocked out by Gabriella. Y team, they had a miserable last game, but Y team here at Picado now, a dominating stuff for them. Gabriella with that opening created. Confirmation is a bit difficult, but Tokyo will try her luck with that Molotov. What if she gets that confirmation? Not for now. The Molotov went in the other room. Bad boy, looting the back end areas. So Team GE, they're not even making any efforts to save their teammate, but Demon now closes in. Akim knocks down Andra. That's a surprise coming in from Team LX's side. And worry is now rising for Y team. And Andra will be flushed out. So much lucky. And Akim knocking down Tokyo. What is Y team doing here? And Tokyo will be flushed out immediately. Akim? What is he made up of? And Akim all of a sudden just demolished 2 players of Y team with those grenades. And Y team is now submissive. SLM Sai gets knocked out. Chinga Moss is T1. Oh, 2 of the players have been eliminated. Mimi. Rosdino. Fighting against Row esports. 2v4 fight. Mimi versus Aggressive. M249 versus AKM. Rosdino needs some cover there. Needs some assistance. Very smartly, he's just waiting on that staircase so that Mimi gets the most of the view. Aggressive is low. Mimi jumps down, I guess, to take on Aggressive. But Aggressive very smartly just being in his teammate's aim, his teammate's angle, and it's difficult to find a loophole there. Aggressive now falls back, heals himself. Show Me heals himself too. So Row esports, they're not in a hurry. Step by step, they're building pressure on their opponents. But Team TT, again, a miserable start for them. Pubg is the last player surviving. And Dream Team, they're about to get eliminated in the initial stages. This time it will be G63. Will be eliminating DT in the initial stages. Noah bleeds out. So I guess that frag. Aggressive gets knocked out. Dino knocks down Flake. Confirmation comes in immediately. Row esports now, they're making mistakes. Elazar will be flushed out too. So what is Raw Esports doing? Why are they giving this freebies to their opponents? And very smartly, Shingo Monster Steven, they turned this fight into a 2v2 from 2v4. Maybe with that left B gets a clear, and what a play by Shingo Monster Steven. Maybe doing the most of the job. Shingo Monsters eliminating Raw Esports on 18th position. Who must have expected that Shingo Monsters with just 2 players would bounce back and eliminate a 4-player strong team despite of an ugly start in this game? What a play. Unpredictability at its best. Yukimiri on Esports pretty much separated there in Los Leones. They're present. And maybe that's Team 6. A bit more close to them. That should be Alip Esports. Wrong will be taken down. GE exploding. And getting back-to-back frags for them. 2 elims. Damon gets knocked out. Fight coming from Picado. Akim is the last one standing. And he's so much low, but takes down Kiddo. With that DBS, is there a ray of hope left? Can Akim get this clutch done? Not much healings he has. Right in the next building, it's Team Y waiting to breach this building. Demon hasn't got that revival yet. Akim is panicking. Maybe now Demon will get that revival. Bad boy puts the pin of the grenade. Akim trying to get a safe place for himself so that he doesn't get caught by the grenade. But EXFL, what? EXF, sorry, EXF again. EXF with EXFL. But EXFL, are they eliminated from this game, or those were just casualties? Unfortunately, EXF, they're out of this game. They're eliminated on 16th position. So not just 15 teams and 52 players are alive. Mystic Esports versus Team EXFL. Damon takes down XV2, X7, whatever you call it. Y team, are they out of this game? Gabriela is the last player surviving of Y team. And Gabriela takes down Kiddo. Will the flash come in immediately? Demon gets knocked out too. The M249 is working really well. And Gabriela, oh! Gabriela will be taken down by GE and Y team. Gabriela with a brilliant try, with a brilliant effort. Oh, Akim will be taken down too. With the double barrel shotgun, GE won't make a mistake. And 2 teams now will be eliminated by Team GE. And they'll be conquering Picado, getting 5 eliminations. That's a really good start. Y team getting eliminated on 14th position. Are 2 bad games coming in for Y team. What will be their approach in Rondo is a bit questionable, because Rondo is the game where they'd want to turn the tide, but it won't come easy. Yukimiri on Esports, as I said, there is a threat that Yukimiri on Esports might get eliminated in the initial stages and they are on the way of being eliminated in the initial stages. FL68, 11 is the 2 surviving. They're taking on Team G63. Alip Esports right in the back in areas. Victoria it is. And as Alip Esports having all their players alive. Yep. No, Alip Esports has faced 2 casualties, so Alip Esports doesn't have all their players alive in this game. G63, they are bothering 2 teams at a time. Yukimirion and Alip Esports right at the same time. But Victoria? Is Victoria in a 1v2 fight? Yep, I guess so. Again, Victoria goes for the left pick, finds no connections. FL68 is cooking that grenade so hard. Victoria gets knocked out. 11 knocks down Victoria. And V2 now, the only player surviving for Alip Esports. So now back-to-back 2 bad games for Alip Esports as well. Grand Finals is not working that great. Grand Finals is not moving that well for this team. Alip Esports about to get eliminated in the initial stages. Second circle, by the way, has been initiated. And second circle will be moving for a southern shift. Mystic Esports. They have a really good position inside the circle. Exactly something like this position Yukimiri on Esports had in the last game, but that was Miramar. The circle moves in a different way. That was her angle. sorry, Circle moves in a different way, and this is Miramar, and here Circle moves in a different way. So, Mystic Esports, you cannot get happy after holding the center of the circle because the nature of the circle movement is a bit different here in Miramar. So they got to keep themselves ready for anything. Teaming gets knocked out. GE. G63 gets knocked out. Bad boy. Brilliant spray that was. Tough gets knocked out. Maybe Bad Boy. He's gonna get flushed out here. He needs some assistance. He needs a lift. Because those back tires have been punctured by Mystic Esports. But the teammates not helping out Bad Boy. That's so much selfish. Left Bad Boy all alone here in the open. What is he gonna do? How is he gonna escape this situation? Soda getting knocked out. Team Yukimiri on Esports doing everything they can from a range. From a particular range. And Farshid. He's out of this game. Now Sovereign getting that frag. Yukimiri on Esports has built so much pressure on Team G63, but they are not getting returns on their investment. They are not getting those frags. That is bad. All stars in the southern regions of the circle. SLM Psycho getting knocked out. Shinga Monster Steven. Down to 3 players they are. And FR Esports won't leave this chance. I mean, they can eliminate a big team right in the initial stages, and that would be a boost for their confidence if they be able to do that. Psycho has been kept as an investment by Team FR that SLM will make some mistakes just to save Psycho. But that's clearly a bait. SLM, they have to understand that no matter what they do, Psycho won't be saved. That flush will come in for Viciano. Psycho, Kindi. Contributing the first steal from this game for Team FR. Psycho moves for a Northwestern chip. FR, Shingo Monsters, both these teams right at the center of the circle. Great position both these teams have. And that is probably Unknown Company who got a #2 in the last game. But Unknown Company, even they have the potential to become champions, and they came so close to win the last game. They got #2. That was a 4-3 fight. Definitely it was not easy. It was Yukimiri on Esports in front of them. But Unknown Company, you never know. This game will be theirs, Miramar. Mostly the old school teams, they fetch huge amount of profits from Miramar, so Unknown Company, they might make it happen. And FR immediately started backing off and gave away to Unknown Company to close in. Right from the center, and Unknown Company has to be careful because they'll be watched by a lot of teams, and they wouldn't want to be stabbed in the back. They wouldn't want to be third-partied by any team at this point, because everything is working really well for them. No eliminations, but still, no casualties they face. All their 4 players are alive. But Shakid pushing too much hard, and Muskelino almost knocked out Shakid there, but this is the time where Musculino even understands that situation is kind of slipping out of his hands, so he will back off there. 11 will be taken down, and Yukimiri on Esports, they are eliminated in the initial stages of this game, so my prediction was right there. I said Yukimiri on Esports might get eliminated in the initial stages, and exactly the same thing happened. Musculino has a threat. Well, why are the teammates not giving him cover? What are the other players doing? Guido right now taking care of Team NXT. Practice. is a bit behind. Joe, what is he doing there? He could have created an opening, could have knocked out a player of Team FR. And you never know, you cannot trust your luck. He could have found himself lucky there. Could have got that flush too, but he missed an opportunity. And Wanted Company must be so much lucky that they figured this out. And they sensed it that Team NXT is closing in. And that backstab has been avoided. Joe Momo gets knocked out. Practice is so much low. Guido is knocked out right now. Oh, Joe gets knocked out. Team NXT now just surviving with 2 players. Milk, V is the two real folks surviving. V goes for the grenade. Muscolino. He pulls the grenade pin as well. Muscolino pushing in for that 1v1 against V. Both these gentlemen has that shotgun, so it will be a close battle. Especially Joe Momo, that frag has been stolen. Unwanted Company. Now Mystic Esports doing the third party on them. And Practice now is the last player surviving because Muscolino will be taken down. Will Team FR do that third party on both these teams right at the same time? On Team NXT and on Team Unwanted Company. Is Raze the last player surviving for Team Mouse Sovereign? Raze and Yara is the duo surviving. Raze, Yara and Weezy is the duo surviving right now for Mouse Sovereign. Kindy knocks down Way of Team NXT. Milk is the last player surviving. He can't do much right now. He can't speak much against a 4-player strong team. Swag is out of this game. Again, All Stars about to get eliminated. This is worse than the last game. Though they made it to the top 11, but no eliminations they've secured. They'll be heading towards the lobby empty-handed. That's the biggest trouble. That's the biggest disgust and humiliation. Heading towards the lobby empty-handed. Jameson try his very best to at least get an elimination from here. JMM gets knocked out. Mimi gets knocked out. I'm sorry. Mimi gets knocked out. Jameson needs to heal himself. Rostino didn't close in when Jameson was low. Jameson heals himself. So yeah, one thing is true, that Team All Stars is not heading towards the lobby empty-handed. And maybe they'll get more out of this game. Shingo Monsters playing so much cautiously. And they're thinking a lot before initiating fights. Shingo Monsters is not being themselves, I feel like. I've never seen Shingo Monsters compromising so much or holding so much, thinking so much before initiating fights. Most of the times they used to be aggressive. If we take a look at Shingo Monsters T1, they don't think much before initiating fights. They just initiate a fight and then they think. That's what they do. But on the other hand, SLM T1, complete different play style. Javad, Romeo, the two surviving now. Javan gets knocked out right in the open area. And it's so much difficult to save him too. So maybe SLM won't even try. Jalad will make this small ridge playable for him. FR IQs is in a 1v1 fight. Does he need any assistance there? Does he need any help from his teammates? Now he's spamming that mini 14, but those third-party shots coming in. Well, Kiddo will take down Raze. Mouse Sovereign, they're out of this game. Mystic Esports, they are fumbling too. Mystic Esports, down to just one player. Changli is the last man standing. Socket getting knocked out by Kiddo. Hasn't been flushed out yet. Mystic Esports, they have to be ready for these close range fights. And Changli is the only man who can go for those close range fights for now. But Team GE is not closing in. My goodness, how can they do that? Team GE is not taking the initiative. They're not taking risk. That was a 2v1 fight. But they kept holding their place. FR is down to 2 players. Shakid, Kindy, the duo surviving. Circle moves for a northwestern shift. ALP Esports, they're out of the circle. SLM Esports, they're in the northwestern regions. Shakid gets knocked out. Kindy, last player surviving, but Kindy takes down Rosdino in time. And Team F are getting another frag for them. Now 6 heliums they have. Vito getting flushed out because of the blue zone. First he got that damage from Team SLM, and then he got finished out because of the blue zone. Quite unlucky there. Kindy making it to the circle. Oh, that vehicle is needed to be kept safe, because how are you going to travel further? The EXF are playing so much cautiously, not initiating unnecessary fights. Mystic Esports, Team GE, both these teams to move towards the circle. Now the question is, how will they do that? And even Kiddo has been pinned down by Team Mystic Esports, so it's so much difficult for him to regroup with his teammate GE. And I'm not that great in reading Japanese, Chinese, whatever that is, so I don't know what that name is, so I'll just call him GE. Leo boy? Is that a smoke? Is that a Molotov? Maybe Mystic Esports is planning to cross. And GE now with the grenade in his hands, he's just waiting for a chance so that he can at least knock down 2 players with just 1 grenade. Mystic Esports has to be very much agile and quick with the reflexes. But they have vehicles. Kiddo knocking down Leo boy, and it became worse even before starting. So Mystic Esports first, maybe they'll go for that revival, and after that they'll try to cross. Is there a chance to revive Leo boy? Yep. Jungly is taking risk. But out of nowhere, Reezy showed up, so Mao Sovereign, they're still in this game. I saw Reezy. I saw one of the players of Mao Sovereign being finished out. That was Raze. But yeah, definitely Mao Sovereign, they were not eliminated from the game. They're still in this game. 4 teams and a total amount of 10 players still hanging in. Soget. His vehicle passes out. Right in the blue zone, right in the open. Genie takes advantage of that situation. Mystic Esports sort of trapped there. Leo boy, he's out of this game. 4 teams are now alive and a total amount of 8 players. Shingle Monsters playing so much cautiously. XFL, they're not gonna let Shingle Monsters tighten their grip over this fight, over this game. And EXFL knocking down a player of Shingle Monsters. 23 is still finding a way to flush out Chalat. Dope Star will be a bit lucky there that he didn't get knocked out. GE eliminating Mystic Esports on 4th position. 3 teams and 7 players are now alive. SLM Esports, there are more probabilities of them winning this game as compared to GE and EXFL. But Chalat will bleed out. 23 knocking down Romeo. Jovian is the last player surviving. And can he get this job done? Can he get this winner chicken in the first team? Utility is right on target. One of the players of GE gets knocked out. EXFL taking advantage of the situation. Joanne is in a sandwich situation right now. Where is he gonna run? He's heading to his open areas and Dope Star punishes him. It's a 1v2 fight. Very smartly, Kiddo. He attacked Team SLM from the sidelines. He did a great job there. But now Kiddo, can he finish this game with a 1v2? Dope Star, now that's 23. He'll be taking care of the final player. Kiddo that was, of Team GE. And that's the end. Winner, chicken dinner coming in for Team SLM. Few eliminations they secured, just 7. That's the end of match number 2. We need a short break now, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be taking a short break and we'll be right back with match number 3. That's going to be Rondo. Till then, like and subscribe. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for match number 3. It's time for Rondo, and here we go. Flight path initiates from Ryan, finishes off towards Jardana City, favoring the eastern regions of Rondo map. Central regions will be prioritized by teams. Heading towards the western regions is very much difficult. It will be a long glide till Charlton. It's going to be a long glide till Yulin as well. Raw Esports aggressive, I guess that is heading towards a record tower, so that OG strategy will be maintained by Raw Esports, and a lot of teams, I mean all the teams, will be maintaining that 3-1 split for now, so that they are able to take charge of that record tower, and without any insecurity, teams will be able to fight in the initial stages. Yukimiri on Esports, they are heading towards Neox Factory. They've got a lot of opponents. They need to do a huge task here. It's not gonna be easy. Team Star heading towards the Neox Factory main building, dropping right on the rooftop. Jemison, he finds a UMP-45, and Leo Boy gets knocked out. Leo Boy quite unlucky there. Psycho gets knocked out, and maybe the flush will come in immediately. Will he get any assistance or help there? Gabriella, last player surviving for my team. Leo Boy, he is getting the revival, so much lucky he is. Jameson, he didn't jump down, instead he got knocked out, but he has a finish there. Whom did he finish? Whom did he eliminate? That's the question. Now Sovereign Ruthless is out. Raze, solo surviving. GE, they're fighting FR. And all 4 players of FR are in this fighting zone, I believe. Shaki, there's knocked out and wide open. Bad Boy finishes him. And steals someone's hard work there. And Raw Esports down to just 1 player, Show Me. And he has to show up. He has to do something. FR. Viziano gets knocked out. Hindy finishes Raze from Mouse Sovereign. And immediately gets ready for the upcoming battle. Raw Esports shows up out of nowhere. And Kindy gets knocked out. That's Team EXF. Bothering Team FR. But EXF being bothered too. Rivet finally gets that first elimination for EXF. And EXF needs to perform well. The do-or-die situation. Rivet is out of this game. Rolozor. Here's why the AK and 4x scope spray doesn't really work. Yukimiri on Esports versus Mystic Esports. Kiddo knocking down Show Me. X7 knocking down Kindy. Who took down Sogat there? That was Bad Boy. Sogat is out. Bad Man, is he going to jump down? That's the question. It won't be a good decision. It won't be a wise decision if he jumps down. And yeah, that won't happen. But GE Esports having a terrific start in this recall phase, getting 4 elims for them. And this is just the beginning. Since all their players are in this fighting zone, they'll keep on fighting. They'll keep on searching for opponents. Gabriella getting 3 eliminations by herself. Andra needs to head towards the record tower. Milk finishing Tokyo of white team. Another player who was present on the record tower has been finished out. So Andra needs to figure out. Andra needs to head towards the record tower so that she's able to recall 2 of her teammates back into this game. White team finally has got the start they were looking for. So they have to convert this game into a big game. They still have a chance to make a comeback on the points table. Mystic Esports just sitting in the corner. Badman jumps down. And Leo surprises Badman. That will be the flush. Yukimiri on Esports' recall phase is completely over now. First circle has been initiated, and southwestern areas of the map are being favored by the circle. Wow. Mystic Esports, now they got their first elimination. After a war. They had to work a lot for this elimination. Maybe some of their openings got stolen there. EXF watching G63. Rolozor! Players are moving in an open area and he couldn't see them. Far shed. He won't be spared by Rolozor there, but Rolozor couldn't knock him down. That was a blunder. He couldn't spot his opponent there. Kiddo finishes Wizard. Fifth elimination coming in for Team GE. Gabriela gets knocked out. And white team now. Their recall phase is about to get over. Gabriela won't get any help or assistance there. So white team now. The recall phase is officially over. Rolazor still holding the rooftop. And now there are three teams right underneath him. Farshade lost one of his teammates. Kiddo will get the revival. Yep. For now, he's getting the revival. The next esports joins the party. Enters late in New York's factory. And that's what most of the teams do. This is such a chaotic situation. No teams want to put themselves into a lot of teams. In between of a lot of teams at the same time. Because you're not able to initiate a head-to-head fight most of the times. What happens is you are stabbed by any team in your back. You are stabbed by some other team in your back. And that's the most frustrating way to get eliminated. G63, they are being taken care of. Oh, Farshad gets knocked out by Learboy. Kiddo won't be able to steal that frag. They are being taken care of by all the teams present here. But Kiddo doing a great job knocking down Learboy. And maybe Mystic Esports. Yep, Learboy gives up immediately. Team GE, 8 elims for them. This has been a great start for Team GE. Rondo, I mean, having no insecurities, having no doubts, having no fear in this recall phase. And they're spreading their wings. But NXT Esports be able to conquer New York's factory. Rolazor fighting against Team NXT. This is a 1v3 fight. This was going to happen as he was outnumbered. So EXF Esports, just 2 elims coming in the recall phase. Rolazor getting one. Aggressive. Knocks down Vito of ALP Esports. And my goodness, ALP Esports has just had bad games. ALP Esports hasn't even, I mean, yeah, ALP Esports hasn't even had one single game. All of the games were just absolute misery. Now Team Alex, they'll be taking on Team ALP Esports, but Maxi's just moving. He's a chill guy. He's not messing up with ALP Esports. And ALP Esports didn't even have one single game today. One single good game today. So this Rondo games matters a lot. Wrangler and Miramar were misery. And maybe after this Rondo, they'll get a good momentum. And what if they play well the last game as well? I mean, anything is possible in this gaming world. Recalling back Joel Momo and Merc into this game. Stage 2 has been initiated, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Stage 2 moves for a northeastern shift. Most of the teams right now, they are present inside the circuit. Team GE has to start moving. NXT Esports, well, they've regrouped successfully. Is GE into a clash? Is there a fight going on? Well, AGs will be finished out, and now that fight is over, and GE finally conquering New York's factory. That's a huge deal. This phase 3, ladies and gentlemen, and almost 66 players and 17 teams are alive right now. This is a huge number. Can we see FR rising back? Yukimiri on Esports on the southern edge. 11 is out of this game. Yukimiri on Esports, are they eliminated? Yep, Yukimiri on Esports is out. So just one winner chicken dinner right in the first game. After that, Yukimiri on Esports, they saw the downfall. Another bad game coming in for Yukimiri on Esports. FR, again, they're into a battle. 2 players, by the way. Not 2, but 1. Leo Boy, he's low. Soget, he's low too. Jungli is right now knocked out. And Jungli maybe won't get the revival. Is recall the option here for Mistake Esports? If he is, then it's okay. But if no, then why are they not saving their teammate? Maybe he's too far away, that's why. Dream Team. Just 1 elimination coming in for Dream Team in such a huge recall phase. That is really very bad. Really poor performance coming in from DT out of 3 games. Even this third Rondo game wasn't up to the mark. Even they haven't had a single good game throughout the day. They haven't played a single good game on this whole freaking day. And this is match 3, still the same scenario with Team DT. They are struggling. And they're just becoming easy targets for their opponent. Easy finishes. FR. Oh, NXT is moving in for the slam in. So this is a hot property now. And FR is the center of attraction. There are enemies everywhere. Joel Momo takes the risk. He breaches in the property. Kindy is the last player surviving, and within a fraction of a second, Team NXT wipes the existence out of Team FR. Joel Momo. Wow, he'll be assisting his teammate too. And NXT Esports, 2 of the players have been flushed out. Team FR has been eliminated. ALP Esports, they're eliminated from this game too. And NXT Esports preparing themselves for another fight. Wizard right in the next house. But those grenades won't really bother him. G63. Still their hopes are alive. Wrong. Not even a single bullet connection will be made there, but finally. Wrong gets knocked out. Who knocked him out? That's the question. Was Kingston of Team EXF. EXFO. They couldn't steal that frag too. So Alex down to just 2 players. Wandering in this map. Finding no place to get a shelter. Unknown Company was his Dream Team. Peter panicking so much. Misuses that Molotov. Uh-oh. Peter getting knocked out. So A2 open area. Noah is the final player surviving. SLM T1 shows up out of nowhere. And Noah surprises Guido and won't be able to fire even a bullet there. And that's the elimination coming in for Team DT. SLM T1. Sai gets knocked out. Mimi is way behind. Got a bit late to initiate the fight. Or initiate the fire. Roger Melino. Uh-oh! Mujay Kalino knocks out Mimi. Player 1 is the last player surviving. Mujay Kalino gets knocked out too, so player 1. Player 1 doesn't have the information and Ruthless from a remote location will stab him in his back, and that's the end. SLM T1 gets eliminated on 8th position. 7 teams now, and a total amount of 23 players are alive. Mao Soren, they're looking at a really great touch. I hope they finish off well in this game, because this is the story in most case scenarios with them that, I mean, they play positively till a certain point, and then all of a sudden they face casualties and they get eliminated from this game. That should not happen with Mao Sovereign. Circle moves for a Southern Archive right now. And Mao Sovereign, they're in the western regions of the circle. Unknown Company, they are out of the circle. And right now, a huge water body is present inside the circle too, so that is going to be a concern for the players. Because less land areas, more chaotic the situation is. SLM T1. Last game. They were so close, but they couldn't get that winner chicken dinner. SLM. Again, compromising in terms of finishes. And, yeah. compromising in terms of finishes. Just got one elimination till now. All the teams, they are playing so much aggressively in this rondo, but it's just Team SLM who has just one elimination right now. The record phase was ugly. EXFL got a winner chicken in the last game. They are maintaining consistency. 8 elims coming in from EXFL's side. But oh my goodness. Now this is a bad position where EXFL is holding right now. And they might get eliminated from the game. But Mao Sorin, they are being attacked by unknown company. And Mujay Kilino is the man who can turn the situation upside down. And Mao Sorin, I called this state where Mao Sorin might find themselves into. I called it. Because Mao Sorin, at a certain point of time, till a certain point of time, they are playing well, but all of a sudden they face tons and tons of casualties. 20 elims, my goodness, for unknown company. This team has been mauling this lobby till now. 22 elims, and they are just unstoppable. Mujikilino is the last man standing, and as I said, he is the man who can really turn a fight upside down. 10 elims will be contributed by his side. 23rd finish coming in. Mao Sorin, they're eliminated from this game. Quado gets finished out because of the blue zone. Now Mujikilino is the last player surviving for unknown company. Milk knocks down Tough Love. EXFL somehow now, they're the center of attraction. NXT showing up out of nowhere. And EXFL has a threat of being stabbed in the back. 23 is the last player standing. He's so much lower. Well, he won't be able to take down Joe Momo then. That's the elimination coming in for EXFL. 16 finishes have been secured by Team NXT. Southern Hardship by the circle. Mujikilino is far away from the circle right now. It'll be so much difficult for him to rotate. Socket pulls that grenade. Bad Boy gets knocked out. GE is about to get 2 of the players knocked out. Yup. One of the players, Bad Boy, has been finished out by Socket. So, a stealing of frag there. Just by luck. And our 2 players who are alive are out of the circle. Ito. 9 solo elims. Joe Momo gets caught off guard. NXT faces loss. And how is GE gonna cross now? That's the question. Mystic Esports. Socket ran out of ammo. Mujikilino will be taken down by Leo Boy. Mystic Esports. They get their 5th elimination. And Wanted Company, they're eliminated on 4th position. 3 teams, 6 players. Mystic Esports with 2 of the players alive. Milk is the solo man standing, representing NXT Esports. Steeman gets knocked out. Gets knocked out because of the blue. Kiddo. He's barely surviving at 1 HP. Can he get that first hit for himself? Mystic Esports has done a terrible job here. Mystic Esports had to keep their eyes on Team GE while they were crossing, but maybe they had no idea about Team GE. And that sticky bomb, oh god! That sticky bomb is gonna bother Team GE a lot. And Socket, finally he saw Kiddo. And instead of fighting Kiddo, he pulls a grenade. Can he borrow a first hit from his teammate? Can he borrow? And nobody has a healing right now. So Kiddo has to fight at bare HPs. How long can he survive? Well, Socket pulls a grenade and this is gonna be the end of Team GE. Yup. Winner chicken dinner coming in immediately. NXT, they got eliminated on the 3rd position. And winner chicken dinner for Mystic Esports with 80 limbs. Brilliant. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if yes, make sure to hit that like and that subscribe button. It's time to take a short break now, ladies and gentlemen, and right after the break, we'll be right back with match number 4. It's going to be Rango. Till then, like, subscribe. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for match number 4. Mindstar Pro League Finals. Hashtag 2 this is. The flight path is here, initiating from the southern regions of Kamishki, finishing off towards Primorsk, basic flight paths, favoring the central regions of Erangel map. Now the question is, our team's gonna play aggressively, because this is the last game, and always the last game of any event is so much rough, so much dirty the lobby is. The players just pushing anywhere they want. So there is no holding, there's no hesitation. There's just fighting and blood spilling everywhere. First circle has been initiated too. Circle favors the western regions, get right at the center of the circle. And two teams, they're heading to his school. That is Team Raw Esports and SLM. And right beside them, there's Team Y. The Y team will surely do that third party, but Raw Esports playing with just two players in this game. Flake, he found that M1 Duran, M16A4, not enough. And with just two players competing against a team like SLM, that is not enough too. EXFL Esports, Sogadada got knocked out because of fists. What happened there? EXFL Esports, they're doing pretty terrific stuff. And they're showing no mercy on Mystic Esports, knocking down Sogat with fists. That is too much, just too much. And Wanted Company had a great last game. So out of 3, they had 2 great games. So even if they win this game, there is a chance that Unwanted Company might get #1 for them. Tokyo on the other side will be fleshed out. White team again with the ugly start. X7 gets knocked out too. Gabriela Andra is the duo surviving. And now the chances of white team are pretty much higher getting eliminated. G63 probably there on a hunt. Flake gets finished out because of that Molotov. SLM Esports, even they lost a player, so this one elimination costed them a player. And it's time to pin down the last bit. Show me. Psycho has that S12K. Uh-oh, Jalad gets knocked out. Psycho, kind of low he is, but finally he'll put an end to Show Me. Raw Esports, they'll be getting eliminated on 18th position. That was a close call. Psycho was about to get knocked out there. Two teams at Pachinki, GE versus Alep Esports happening. Bofi gets knocked out. Opening created by Taemin. Bofi was, trying to act smart there. He was trying to cross the road. He was trying to create a flank angle. GE sensed it. And they punished him. Bofi will be flushed out immediately. Kiddo knocking down Vito. So Alep Esports, they were trying to save one of their players. What a reflex that was by Kiddo. Maxtro survives there. Matteo Maxtro. Can they save the day for Alep Esports? A team like GE, that won't be easy. Vito, he's out of this game. Maxtro Matteo, officially the duo surviving. Matteo gets knocked out. Maxtro is just running here and there. And finally now, maybe we'll prioritize this 1v1 against Bad Boy. 1v1 against Kiddo now. And Maxtro knocks out Bad Boy. That was brilliant by Maxtro. Opening his aim right on the head. And maybe Bad Boy didn't have a helmet there. He had one, but that was a level 1 helmet, not making that much amount of difference. SLM Esports, are they eliminated? My goodness, that is so much quick. G63 eliminating SLM as well from this game. I guess SLM, they went for that blind slamming. No, this fight was fought and open. And SLM Esports so much quickly, they grabbed their vehicles and started searching their opponents. And G63 humbling them midway. And their intentions were good, but they won't be able to fulfill their desires, at least in this game. So yeah, Mindstar finals, Pro League finals are over for Team SLM. 14 teams, 48 players are now alive. GE needs to start moving and hunt down the lobby. Yukimiri on Esports, they might play passive because they love Erangel and usually they get a winner chicken anyhow. But Unwanted Company versus Yukimiri on Esports happening. Now these two teams are in contention. So you never know. Yukimiri on Esports might end up eliminating Unwanted Company. And since Unwanted Company, they're in contention, this might pinch them a bit. Getting eliminated now. FR, they are into action. Raviziano is the last man standing. EXF, they lost to player 2. So, if they are not heading to his lobby empty-handed. And for now, the threat has been delayed of getting eliminated as Raviziano, he's alone there. And pretty much separated from his teammates. Yukimiri on esports on the other side. Straight away slamming on practice. And practice will be flushed out. That was unexpected. Unknown company didn't see it coming, didn't they? And now, Yukimiri on esports will try to assassinate the other 3 players too. And absolutely, Yukimiri on esports, they were pretty much unexpected here. Unwanted company weren't expecting this. Smoker takes down Bad Boy, Team 15. That is Team GE. Now they have a company here in Pubg, and only one of these teams will survive. And G63 has more probabilities of getting this fight and surviving. Habu on the other side gets knocked out by falling. What is Team All-Stars doing? This whole day, Team All-Stars has done nothing. Will they be able to do something in this last game? They want to save their respect, maybe. This is a do-or-die situation. They have to perform in this last game, no matter what. GE, by the way, they close in. Yep. Now, G63, that is, who is trying to close in. GE is holding their position. And G63, they figured out that fighting Team GE inside Pachinki, that's kind of chaotic situation. And maybe G63 would not initiate this fight. Yukimiri on esports, by the way, taking down another player of Team Unwanted Company. Yukimiri on esports, they're so good in Erangel. I mean, if they play aggressively, if they just blindly push their opponents, they will still get results. And here as well, they are getting results. 2 eliminations coming in for Yukimiri on esports. NXT finally. First elimination for them. And I was wondering why NXT esports is playing with so much discipline. And they're not being aggressive at all. Joe Momo finishing Vazy. AGZ is knocked out. He needs a revival there. Joe Momo from those sidelines. Well, now 1v1 against Eilish. And Eilish gets knocked out. We providing assistance. Flush will come in immediately. And Mouse Sovereign, they've lost their grip on this fight. It's better to now just head towards the safe areas or disengage from this fight. Raviziano will be finished out. FR gets eliminated on 14th position. So just one winner chicken dinner coming up from FR's side. Not even one winner chicken dinner coming up from FR's side today. Sani in Potiad. Sai. Rostino is out. Sani. Oh, look at him. How much cautiously he is playing. How many precautions he took there. And Bad Boy has found a AWM. All Stars moving pretty closely. Rotating pretty closely. And they'll continue to move. GE didn't bother them. G63, they're hunting the teams which are present inside the circle. Now they are not going after team GE anymore. They are going after the teams who have a great compound inside the circle. White team, they've been spotted. G63 feels the presence there. How did they get to know? Is there scouting going on? Or G63 knows about white team? And now the shots will be dealt. The back end areas is Team All Stars, and G63 knows about Team All Stars too. But are they going to go for the direct slamming on white team? Because it's just a 4v2 fight, and since G63 want to play aggressively, why don't they close in and finish this fight as soon as possible? All Stars joining the party. Fight coming right from the center. Yukimiri on esports taking so much time. They're trying to find the players of Unwanted Company. They're not getting completely out of Primorsk. They're staying in the nearby areas, just hoping that somehow they find the players of Unwanted Company and they put them to sleep. But that wouldn't happen. Unwanted Company is not moving anytime sooner. They will keep on holding their position in Primorsk until it's stage 3, and then they desperately have to move. Maybe they have a good amount of healings as well with them. And this is a crucial game for Unwanted Company because Rondo was explosive for them. 2 first aids Joker has. Musicolino has 3 first aids. So yeah, definitely he can, bear the damage of the blue. Raze, last player surviving, and this man has guts. But bad boy! But that grenade puts an end to Raze. Mausorin is out. They're eliminated on 13th position. 12 teams are now alive, and a total amount of 38 players. Well, the last game lobby hasn't been that much rough and aggressive, because this is stage 3, and 38 players, it's a pretty decent number. Second moves for a northeastern shift, by the way. And Yukimura on Esports, they have to travel. And maybe now Unwanted Company, they will start moving as well. Yukimura on Esports had to give up on Unwanted Company, because Unwanted Company wasn't taking any kind of initiative. They were not moving out of Primorsk. Yukimura on Esports, they were searching for their opponents. And Yukimura on Esports now moving to the center of the circle. Just trying to find opponents. EXFL probably there in contention. That's why they're just maintaining the pace. Mystic Esports is jungly. Has been sent back to the lobby. G63 Esports getting 7 elims for them. And just trying to be deep inside the circle. G63. That's a very good thing. Yukimura on Esports flushes out FL68. EXFL versus Yukimura on Esports. This could have been a mega fight. Yukimura on Esports, they're heading towards EXFL. Yep, this is gonna happen. But Jameson flushes G63. What's happening there? Strait of Islamin by Team All Stars on J63. G63. Jameson is the last man standing. And can he go for this 1v3? It won't be easy. PCG Smoker stabbing him. Jameson is too much low. Farshid overcommitting. Farshid gets knocked out. The flush comes in immediately. Jameson is not gonna forgive Farshid for what he did there. And now Jameson, despite of being low, is moving ahead. And what did he do there? Well, NXT Esports shows up out of nowhere. That's why he had to get inside that room just to heal himself. There was nothing wrong in that. But he got taken down. He got a bit unlucky there. But we could have witnessed a 1v4 here if NXT Esports hasn't showed up. But now NXT Esports, they're going after Team G63 and all their dreams. Now NXT Esports will shatter into pieces. Is that gonna happen here? 9 elims contributed by Smoker. Amazing stuff by Smoker till now. Yukimura on. Paparazzi gets knocked out and open. That's gonna be a risky rev. FL68 knocking down 23. And now I guess Yukimura on Esports, they're gonna go in guns blazing. Start taking care of the situation for now. Just trying to make Yukimura on Esports wait as long as he can. But Yukimura on Esports, they don't really care right now, because they have a lot to win and nothing to lose. And when you end up in such kind of situation, when you have nothing to lose and a lot to win, you become dangerous for the lobby. And EXFO, that's why they are being submissive, because they're in contention. They cannot take initiative, even if they want. And FL68 closes in straight away. 23 misses those shots. FL68 connects this time with that S2K. 23 runs immediately. 11 knocking down 23. But FL68, that was a quick elimination. He got knocked out because of the grenade. And then Toflov finishing him, giving him a reality check. And Toflov must be the last guy standing for EXFL. 11 is in an open area. And Toflov using all his brain there. All his game sense and IQ. And he was about to knock down 11, but that didn't happen. Will he be able to survive this grenade? Again, Toflov moves ahead. And what an accuracy he has. Just dealt one shot and that connected too. but couldn't deal that much amount of damage. Babarazzi! Almost he took down Tough Love, but that was so much pressure on Tough Love. Badman coming in and finishing him out. And that's the end. EXFO gets eliminated on 9th position. Yukumiri on Esports should maintain this aggression. Dream Team shows up out of nowhere. NXT, are they eliminated from this game? Yep. NXT is out. Dream Team versus G63. And that was such a good setup of G63. We were talking about NXT. You know. Shattering their dreams into pieces. Shattering G63's dreams into pieces of winning this game. But they couldn't do that. Cancer goes for the grenade. At least this fight can Dream Team win. At least this game can Dream Team win. Sadix got the revival, but he got knocked out. And there is no collaboration between the players of Team Dream. Players, probably they're not even communicating right now because Noah, he closes in. And Noah gets knocked out. AWM shot connection made by Bad Boy there. So, no point of closing in just by yourself. You need your teammates' assistance. And the shots will keep coming in. Ingshin knocking down Gabriella of White Team. And Peter takes advantage of the situation, goes for the revival. But still he's panicking. And G63, they cannot see their opponents right now through the smoke. Smoker knocking down Peter. And Smoker is smoking this lobby. GT down to 2. And this is such a messy fight. Even the third party happening from Team GE. Smoker knocks down Sadix. Power BB will be taken down. 12 elims contributed by Smoker. G63, they're insane. They've gone crazy. And where was this performance till now? Circle moves for an Eastern shift. EXF. Who are they fighting now? Well, that fight is over. EXF won that fight. 5 teams, 14 players alive. Mystic Esports. Are they not going for the third party? Well, they are fighting Team GE. And GE is taking care of Team Yukumiri on Esports. 2 players are now alive just. Badman pulls the grenade. And Yukumiri on Esports, they're taking the initiative, trying to catch GE off guard in this house. But wow. That was a great grenade dodge by GE. But now he'll get knocked out. Nothing is enough in this lobby. Demon shows up just a bit late, and Demon gets knocked out. Now, Bad Boy officially the last man standing. Mystic Esports, they're watching this fight from a distance, and they know somebody is using a AWM right under their nose. But Mystic Esports, yeah, Bad Boy has been seen, and he has a AWM in his hands right now. Leo Boy could have knocked down Bad Boy there. Bad Boy switches on to the AUG. Now Leo Boy in a state of worry. Comes back. Maybe this time he'll try his luck. Yukumiri on Esports took care of Team GE. Maybe Leo Boy will now close in with that Info 16 in his hands. And yes, Bad Boy will be taken down. That's the end. Elimination coming in for Team GE. They're eliminated on 5th position. Well, all the teams are in this particular area. Cancer is the last man standing. Smoker is knocked out. The man who has been mauling this lobby till now will be finished out by G63. His own teammate finishing Smoker. G63 now just down to 1 player they are. Uh-oh, 11 gets knocked out. Badman is the last player surviving. And those shots coming in on Badman. Oh, he gets into the blue zone. There's a stage 6 circle move for Northern Shift. Badman finally gets a place for himself to hide. Cancer will just keep on surviving. And now a grenade will visit Badman, is what I feel. Finally, in this last game, EXF Esports performed. EXF Esports, they are out of the circle right now. That's the problem here. They're lacking with utilities. That's the reason why they're not able to knock down Batman there. Oh my goodness! Ingson, you gotta be kidding me. What was that? And where did he hide this kind of stuff? Till now. Where did he hide this kind of stuff till now? What a tracing by Ingson. He keeps spamming those pre-fires. He's finding no connections on Batman. He has a hard cover there. That buggy helping him out. And as long as he's present inside the circle, maybe Batman, he won't try to swim against the tide. Blue zone closing in. Stage 7 is about to initiate. Leo Boy steps up. EXF maybe will take care of him. Circle moves for a sudden shift. EXF has to move. Batman is present inside the circle. Sipe taking on Leo Boy. It's a 1v1 fight. Leo Boy goes for that left peak. Sipe is so much low, and wow! Sipe will take down Leo Boy with the jump shot. That pump shotgun connects. Maybe Cancer? He interfered in this fight, did he? I guess he didn't. G63, they're still alive. Sipe closes in. Batman takes down Sipe. EXF is gonna lose Sipe here. Batman immediately popping in that first aid. And still EXF, they cannot do anything because those grenades are being wasted. Batman again survives that spray by the Barrister Martins. Oh no! Look at Cancer. Look at Cancer. He has a angle from sidelines. He can knock down Ingson here. And Batman will be taken down by Revenge. Can Cancer steal this winner chicken dinner from EXF? He is present inside the circle. He's the solo man that is present inside the circle right now. Can he make it happen? Ingson on a search. And Ingson made a mess. Cancer couldn't knock him down. Revenge, well, he's moving closer. And Cancer will be seen. Cancer tries his best and he'll be taken down by Revenge. It won't be enough. It is all over. Winner chicken dinner for EXF. 10 heliums, winner chicken dinner. That's a great finish for them. They couldn't do anything in the 3 games, but at least in the last game, they finished with some sort of positivity. And that's the end, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Saida signing off. I'll be taking a leave. We'll be meeting in the next tournament. Till then, bye bye, good night, and take care.